Hello beautiful yogi friends, welcome back to Ubatooba, your supplier of good feels. My name is Lindsay and today we have a beautiful, juicy, slow yoga flow for you. So sometimes it's just nice to take a step back and take things a little bit slower than normal and really feel into the breath and each movement. It's a really nice way to ground down and calm down into the practice. So that's where we're going to go today, so I hope you enjoy. So let's come down into our easy pose, so our Sukhasana, which is just sitting cross-legged, and we're going to begin to sort of stack the spine up nice and tall. If you feel like that you are sitting a little bit forward, or maybe a little bit back, you might find it helpful just to pop a bolster or a block underneath your hips, just to give you that little extra bit of elevation. So when you get here, let's just close down the eyes, turn the palms face up, and settle in with one nice full round of grounding breaths. Just take a nice big breath in, growing really tall, and exhaling out. Good. Blink open the eyes nice and softly. Maybe you have a little smile on your face. And let's just start rolling the shoulders forward and then up. And then noticing how nice it feels to have that length when you roll them down your back. Let's do that 2 more times. So forward, up towards the ears, and then nicely down the back. I love doing this. It feels so nice when you just give it a really nice pull and you've got a lot of length through your neck. Nice. And let's come to stillness in the middle and making sure that our shoulders are as far away back from our ears as possible. We'll take our hands down by our sides and let's extend them out towards the edges of the mat. And then inhale, bring them up overhead. Take a big breath in, and you exhale. I want you to open your hands and turn towards your left side. Maybe your right hand finds your left knee, maybe not, and that's okay. Inhale, let's bring the hands up to center. And exhale out towards the other side. Just take this nice and gentle, not craning your neck too much, just getting some big, beautiful breaths into the body, opening up through the spine. Good, let's take another breath in. Feeling right up and exhaling down. Let's just do one more to each side. So inhale, coming up, maybe this time your gaze comes to meet your hands. And then exhale, maybe you're feeling like that hand could meet the knee for a little bit of an extra twist. Beautiful. One more side. All the way around. Let's bring our hands back to center and up over our heads. And let's just try rolling our shoulders up and then down our backs again. Sometimes we just creep our shoulders up towards our ears, but we want to create really nice length through the neck. Keeping that length, let's anchor down through our sit bones. So feeling like we're really, really heavy and connected to the earth. And then let's inhale, reach up. And then exhale, using your left hand, grab hold of your right wrist and then pulling it up, 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 up. And then let's come over towards the left side. This will be a really nice test or retest. We're going to do this at the end of the practice as well. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, let's go to the other side. So right hand grabs the left wrist. Giving that arm a nice little gentle pull to grow along. And inhale, let's come back to center. Let's do a little seated cat-cow here. So taking your hands into your knees and then just tucking your chin in really gently to your chest and holding onto your knees. Let's dome through the upper back. And then when you get there, maybe you're feeling a little pull from your belly button in towards your spine. And then on the exhale, let's press the belly forward, spine grows tall here. And let's make the chest nice and proud. Roll those shoulders back and down the back. Beautiful. Now you can close down the eyes here if that feels nice. You feel guided to do that. Inhale, tuck the chin in. Nice shoulder roll and that beautiful length through the neck. One more. Inhale, we come in. Exhale. Letting it all go. Feeling some beautiful openness through the chest, the length, through the front of the neck. And let's come all the way back into our little easy pose. From here, we're going to roll over our knees into a 4-point kneel. So just taking your hands directly underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And let's go really strong in this pose. So press into the mat and even feel like you're gripping into the mat with your fingertips. Hold on to that, and we want to keep our neck in neutral as much as we can. So trying to keep your gaze either at the top of the mat, never craning forward on a nice long spine. Alright, and from there, just check in with your belly, and that might, you don't want to be sagging in the midline there. Let's just pull that belly button up. Maybe it means that your hips pull forward towards the front of the mat. And then we're in this super strong 4-point kneel. From here, let's extend our left leg back towards the back of the mat. So tucking the toes when we get there, and that left leg is nice and strong. And then maybe you're just finding a little bit of a calf stretch. So pressing back because your hands are so strongly firmly planted to the mat. You feel a little bit extra length, a little bit of a wake up in that back leg. And then let's go to stillness here and really pressing into that left hand, making sure it's strong and you've got a nice anchoring in that back left leg. Let's lift the right palm and then extend the right hand forward towards the front of the mat. Keeping your gaze down, let's maybe try and connect the knee and elbow together. So you can drag that foot along the mat and then bring that elbow in. Maybe it touches the knee, maybe not. You can dome through that upper spine like we did in that cat stretch. And then exhale, grow long. Now if you like that, you can stay there, or you can also lift that back leg. A little bit of extra balance if it's there for you today. And then let's inhale. Growing nice and small. And then we exhale and we grow long. Good, one more. Inhale. Exhale. Let your back foot find the mat if you have it lifted. And then your front extended hand comes down towards the mat and comes in line with the other hand. Let's bring both knees in to the same level, and then let's do the other side. So extending that right leg nice and long towards the back of the mat. Right leg is straight, and let's just get a nice little calf stretch in there. I love stretching my calves, I just don't know if we do it enough. Beautiful. Let's meet in stillness, and we're still really strong in that now 3-point kneel. And let's place lots of weight into that right hand, and let's lift the left hand and extend it long. Good. Let's bring the knee and elbow into touch if they can. Maybe you're dragging that foot along the mat. And then exhale, extend it nice and long. And if it's there for you, you can lift that back leg. And let's go 2 more rounds. Inhale, curling in. Exhale, extending long. Once more. Inhale. Nice and slow, super strong. Exhale. Hold here for just a second. Let that back leg meet the mat if you lifted it. And then that left hand comes down. We're placing it same level as the right. And then let's bring both of the knees back. Nice work. I want you to tuck both of your back toes here. And then we're just going to slowly walk our hands back towards our body, maybe coming towards the fingertips. And you'll start feeling a little stretch through the backs of your feet. Now, if this is feeling intense enough for you, stay here. And then we're just going to turn our gaze towards the left, just looking over the left shoulder. And then inhale, coming back to center, towards the right. Inhale back to center. Now feel free to stay here and keep going with that movement. Or if you're looking for a little extra, let's just walk the hands up the front of the body, nice and gently, the tops of the legs, and slowly bring our spine to stack nicely, one vertebrae over the other. And you start feeling a really, really intense stretch through the backs of the feet. Stay here if this is for you, or know that you can always just de-intensify that by walking the hands down and coming back to the mat. Let's take our hands down by our sides. Let's take a big breath in and reach the hands up over the head. And the exhale, we're going to turn, open up towards that left side of the body. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back to center. And then bring these hands down through heart center. Come all the way back down and walk the hands down the front of the legs. And then we knee back into our little 4-point kneel. Okay, our wrists a nice little break there. Now what we're going to do is let's tuck the toes. Feel nice to make our feet, the tops of our feet really flat into the mat after the feet flex like that. We don't often stretch out the bottoms of our feet and it can be really, really intense. So from here, let's just slowly walk our hands forward towards the top of the mat. And then when you get there and they're nice and straight, press those palms into the mat and just keeping those hips over your knees. Let's take a nice breath in. And then as we're letting it go and exhaling, maybe bring your chest, melting it down into the mat. Now it doesn't matter if your forehead doesn't meet the mat, just go to your point of control, whatever feels super nice, just opening up through that upper back and chest. And just allowing the inhale breath to expand the chest and just sort of make you feel a little bit looser in that upper back area, which can get super tight after a long night's sleep. And if anything feels particularly emotional right now, just use that breath, send it wherever it needs to go. Know that you're doing the right thing by your body by being here, taking in this practice. Let's take one more round of breath here. Inhale. Big exhale out. So nice. Slowly lift your forehead off the mat and then walk your hands back in underneath your shoulders. Once you've got them there, you take that really, really strong position. What we're going to do is I want you to extend your right or left leg back to that straight position we were in before, and then drop the knee down. Then once you've got that, let's do the same on the other side. So let's extend the right leg back and then drop the knee down. So we're in more of like a little bit of a half sort of plank position. Now we're going to slowly bend at the elbows and lower down, 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 halfway, and hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's press all the way back up. Nice. And then press back into sort of like a mini child's pose. So going through sort of a little mini chaturanga here. Now you can go through that motion again. Let's inhale, bring the shoulders over the wrists. And then exhale to hold. So keeping those knees down on the mat, you can stay with that. We're going to do another 2 rounds. Or if you like, you can lift both of the knees up. And then you're in a full high plank position. So on your inhale breath, we're going to bend the knees and sink back. And then exhale, let's roll forward, bring the shoulders over the wrists, plank position. Nice, let's do one more, bend at the knees, send the hips back towards the feet. And then exhale, let's roll forward like a wave. Nice plank position. Beautiful work. Let's drop the knees back down here. And then just taking a little check in. What we're going to do is we're both going to lift our knees up, high plank position. Let's bend the knees, send the hips back. Really nice. Feel that forward stretch like we had in our little puppy dog pose before. And then when you get there, I want you to straighten the backs of your legs as much as you can. And we meet in our first downward facing dog. And then if it feels nice for you, you can just pedal out the feet, left, right, really nice. And remembering that in our 4-point kneel, we really pressed firmly into the mat with our hands. So let's do that again. And take a nice breath in, setting up a nice strong downward dog. And then a big breath out. Good, let's bend the knees and start walking the feet towards the hands at the top of the mat. Bending your knees as much or as little as you like. And then when we get there, let's take that nice halfway lift. So we're going to drag our hands up the front of our shins and meet in our halfway. When we're here, let's roll the shoulders back and down away from our ears. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Nose comes down to the knees. Let's bend the knees a lot, and then we're going to sweep the hands towards the outside, root to rise, coming all the way up to stand. Then maybe our hands meet the top over our head, and we bring them down through heart center. Good, take an inhale breath here, and then extend the hands up. And then on your exhale, let's just twist open towards that left side. And inhale, hands come together. And then exhale, open up towards the right. Feeling a beautiful opening the spine. Inhale, hands come together in the center. Let's keep them both strong here. What we're going to do is ground down through the feet. Let's really stay active in the quads and also in through our midline. So just like we did in our 4-point kneel, zip up through that midline, okay? Keep that all the way up. We're extending our hands up over our head, and then let's roll the shoulders back and down. When we feel firmly planted and rooted into the ground, all 4 corners of the feet sticking into the mat, we're going to inhale, grow tall, and then we're going to reach our left hand for our right wrist. Let's reach up, and then over towards the side. Good, inhale, come back to center. Hands reach up, and then exhale on the side. Nice work. Hopefully you're still at the tops of your mats there. Let's go tall. Inhale. Exhale. Let's forward fold. Bring the hands together. Prayer position down the center of the body. Let's halfway lift. Inhale. Shoulders down the back. Then exhale, forward fold. Let's plant both of our hands into the mat. Bend the knees. And then let's step the left foot back towards the back of the mat. So we're in a nice long low lunge here. Then we're going to drop that back knee down. Let's untuck the toes. We're in low lunge. Now, in low lunge, we're going to lift both hands and come forward, Anjaneyasana. Ooh. So we're going to stretch through the side body here. So what we want to do is anchor down through front foot and back foot, like we did in our little 4-point kneel where we extended both arms, both legs. Let's tuck the belly button in, so let's push those hips forward towards the mat. We're all zipped up through that midline. Our arms are extended long overhead. Let's take a nice big breath in. Let's twist open towards that right knee. Good, inhale, coming back. Little change here. We are going to use our right hand, grabbing our left wrist. Let's grow tall through that left side. You should be feeling a beautiful stretch already through that left side body. And let's extend over towards that right knee. Nice side bend, just like we did when we were standing. Feels somewhat familiar. We're feeling really open in that side. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, let's take the hands down. Let's frame that front foot. Really, really nice. Now, let's tuck that back toe and lift that back leg. Really power up through that back leg. So there's just as much weight in front and back foot. All right, pressing those hands into the ground. Let's step that right foot back to meet the left. And then your form of a flow. So you can drop the knees down, send the hips back, and then press up into your downward facing dog. Let's walk the feet towards the hands. Remembering to bend the knees if it's there and it feels good for you. Let's take a halfway lift. And then a nice little forward fold. Let's root to rise here. So plant the feet firmly into the mat, bend the knees, take the hands out wide. Hands meet in prayer over our head. Let's take a nice juicy forward fold. Folding down the front of the body. Halfway lift, flat back. Forward fold, exhale. Let's plant both of those hands down now. And then let's step the right foot back this time. Already starting to feel a little stretch into that hip flexor. And then let's drop that back knee down and let's untuck the toes. When you're ready and you feel secure and stable, let's sweep the arms forward and up overhead. We come to our nice Anjali position. So remembering what we had on the other side. So we've got a nice stable base through front and back foot. We're maybe pushing our hips forward towards the front of the mat. So we've got a really strong core. And then let's just check in, see how far our shoulders are away from our ears. Just maybe a little roll down the back, feeling super, super active. Let's take a nice breath in and grow long and tall. And then exhale, let's open up towards that left knee. Nice little spinal twist. Grow long with the hands, and then inhale, hands come forward. And then let's open up through that other side body. So grabbing your left hand and reaching for your right wrist, let's grow tall. And then we grow long to the side. Using that breath to open up. Feels so nice. And then when we're ready, let's come back to center. Let's plant the hands down. Let's frame that front foot. Let's lift that back leg nice and strong. And then let's step that left foot back to meet the right. And then this time, let's drop the knees down. And then when we get there, let's take them as wide as the mat. And let's come down to a really juicy child's pose. So sitting the hips back and down. Settling in, feeling that opening through the hips. And how nice that feels just to have opened up and moved the upper and lower body. Then when you get there, maybe just reaching and creeping your fingertips more forward towards the front of the mat. And at the same time, while your hands are gripping into the mat, try and pull your hips a little bit closer towards your heels, getting in that little extra upper back stretch. Let's take a breath in and walk the hands over, creep them over towards the right top hand corner of your mat. Again, let's use that push-pull mentality. So we want to try and reach that left hand forward to that top right hand corner of the mat. And then at the same time, pulling that left hip back down to the left hand corner of the mat. Breathe into it, feeling that nice opening. And then on the exhale, let's walk our hands back into the center. One full round of breath, inhale. And exhale over towards the other side. Creep, creep, creep. And then we reach that right arm forward as much as feels good. So listen to your body, don't ever go too far. We're just being super gentle today. Inhale. And exhale, anchor down that right hand back corner of the mat, where your right hip is going. And then walk the hands back into the center. Press your hands into the mat to lift your chest up so you've got some stability there. And then let's cross the mat. I lost my words there. Let's cross our heels at the back of our mat. And then walk your hands back, back, back. And And then let's just roll over onto our bottoms. Let's just slowly walk our legs forward. And then when you meet in the middle of your mat, let's just take both of our feet flat down on the mat, so bending the knees up towards the sky. And then we're going to slowly roll down, curving in the C-spine. So pull that belly button into your spine. Let's make a nice curved shape. Maybe you even hold onto the backs of your knees for a little upper back stretch. And then really slowly peeling all the way down, 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 until you are completely flat on the mat. Let's extend the legs nice and long. I'm going to go for a single leg happy baby. So let's take our right knee into the chest here. And then just using your right hand, just maybe winging the knee out towards the side, so we're getting a nice little opening into our inner thigh area there. And it might feel nice if you want to take some little circles just to lubricate the hip joint there. Now you can stay here, or you can just bend that foot up towards the ceiling, and it might feel nice to grab behind the knee. Or if it's available to you, you can even reach forward and grab the outer blade of the foot. Just keeping that right hand elbow inside of that right hand knee. And then maybe just pulling the knee really gently towards that right armpit. Flexing the foot up towards the sky, and it feels just super nice to open up through the hips. I've done a lot of closed hip twisting today, so this is just a nice little hip opener. And then when you're ready, gently let go of wherever you're holding onto the knee, and then just give it a nice little hug into the chest. And then let's just take that right knee across the left side of the body. So a beautiful spinal twist. I think we explored this last week. So maybe you're starting to feel a little bit nice and open through the spine. And if you want to, you can take the hands out into a T position and even close down your eyes, and maybe your gaze goes right down your right hand. Just settling into this really gentle spinal twist. And applying sort of no effort. We want this to be relaxing and letting gravity assist us here. A little bit more yin than yang. And then when you're ready, no rushing and no sort of expectations of getting to the next posture, let's make our way back into center. Just giving yourself a nice little hug. And then extending that right leg long on the mat. And just pausing for a moment, just seeing how different one side of the body feels to the other. Taking a round of breath and exhaling something, letting it go. Taking these beautiful calming belly breaths just really help to wind down and slow our nervous system down. It's not often that we pause throughout the day. We're often so go, go, go that it's nice to do a really slow paced yoga. Okay, on your next inhale, let's bring that left knee into the chest. And just like we did on the other side, if it's feeling good for you today, let's just wing that knee out to the side. Noticing how nice that feels. And you can stay here, or I invite you to take whatever option works for you, whether that's behind the knee or a little half happy baby where you're grabbing the outer blade of your foot. And just settling in for a few rounds of breath. It might even feel nice to close the eyes down. Just feels so nice just to slow down just for a few moments and be really present on the mat in your practice as well, because we're just always thinking of the next thing. What's for dinner? What's for breakfast? What emails do we have to answer? So let's just drink in these last few moments of the practice. Let's inhale. Exhale. really gently, in your own time, let's just slowly unravel from that position and giving that knee a nice little hug into the chest. And then as you're ready, using that right hand to guide it across the right side of the body. And maybe your arm comes out into that T position and your gaze can stand on fingertips. Relaxing through your abdomen, maybe find a little bit of an extra twist. And just allowing yourself this moment of least effort. Let's just take one more round of breath. Really relaxing as we let go. Slowly, slowly being gentle with yourself. Let's roll back into center. And then let's just give yourself one little last hug before we move into our final posture. And then really gently, let's just extend that leg long along the mat. And find your super comfortable, really nice Shavasana. Feeling your arms and legs just melting into the ground on the mat. Letting your hands turn upwards and your fingers naturally curl in. Just take a nice big breath in through your nose. And let that exhale breath wash over your body and remove and release any tension that you're holding on to. Almost like a wave, you're starting to feel like you're holding on to no tension in your belly, your abdomen. Your hips are completely open, so much so that your feet naturally sway out to the sides. You're not holding on to anything in your thighs, your knees. Just allow yourself and your thoughts to completely melt into the mat in the present moment. So take a few rounds of breath together to seal in the practice and the benefits of taking this time. We mean in stillness. Really gently just start brushing your thumbs over your fingertips, wiggling your toes, bringing movement back into your hands and feet and ankles. Let's bring both of the legs in together and then let's reach our hands up over our head for a really nice morning stretch. Let's roll onto your preferred side and just stay there for a moment. Allowing your blood pressure to settle. And then gently, slowly, because we appreciate the practice and the work that we've done, we're going to really slowly and calmly move into our easy pose. Seated position. Keeping the eyes closed down if you can. And then grounding those sit bones into the mat, just like we started, feeling really connected not only to the earth but to ourselves. Just start growing tall through the spine, stacking the vertebrae one on top of the other. And then placing the hands and palms face up onto your knees. Let's just Roll the shoulders back and down for 3 more times, noticing the openness in the upper body and the spine. And on the third one, take a little smile to yourself for doing this practice. And then when you're in stillness, just slowly drink that in. Feeling a moment, a sense of gratitude towards yourself, the practice and the time that you've made to take in some self-care. And then slowly open your eyes. Hopefully you still have a smile on your face. Let's bring our hands into heart center and thumb tips to third eye. We bow our head and we say namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. This is my little dog Kobe, he's barking to get in. You want to do some practice too, buddy? So cute. I hope you will enjoy that really nice, slow practice. We do have to teach ourselves to slow down. A lot of the times, I love teaching a fiery yoga class, but I'm also teaching myself that a lot of my daily life practices are quite fiery. So I'm teaching myself to slow down so that in those moments of fieriness or a busy energy, I have the ability to connect into a practice that I've done that makes me feel slow. And I hope that's what you got out of this too. And know that you can just even do 1 or 2 of those poses really slow into breath in your own time if you don't have time to do a full practice. But hopefully it's a tool you can reach for when life just gets a little bit too busy for you. So it's been an absolute pleasure, my beautiful friends. I have another yoga series coming for you every single Tuesday and a stretch series every single Thursday. And also Pilates is coming soon, my friends. Like I said, life just gets super busy, but I do want to make sure that Ubatooba is a place that you can come to for all of your good feels, and that includes some of the busy energy as well. So enjoy the rest of your week, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. And if you like these videos, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more and be notified when we upload. Big love, guys.